My name is Tawny Bush, and I'm the lead estimator at Reata Engineering and Machine Works, and I'm going to show you how the BOM Builder works. So I have added the parent file into the quote, and we'll pull the part number and the revision. I can just throw in the description really quick. Basic, sir. And come down here and build the BOM. So I'll click build assembly BOM because it's not just a part with hardware. And it already has recognized that there is a BOM on the parent file, and it has added in all of those part numbers, their descriptions, and quantities straight from the file, which saves a ton of time. You don't even have to think about it. You click add files, and it'll take all of the files that you've got in your supporting files provided by the customer, and it will add them into the quote. It's even come down here and changed these items to purchase components, added revisions, and put all of the primary files that coordinate with each component item into the BOM Builder for you. And then these little purple stars here designate that it has found another BOM for like a sub-assembly item in the part. So if you click that, it opens up and it suggests the child BOM, and it lists out all of those part numbers, their descriptions and quantities. And if you click accept, it will automatically create those as components, and you can move on to the next one. And it's pulled out all of the items from the BOM and quantities again. Just click accept there. And yet again, when you click accept it. And if you don't click accept and you come down here and you want to make a change to an item for some reason, it will automatically assume that you've accepted the BOM and fill in the rest of the parts accordingly. And now I have all of these files that match these parts, so I can click add files, and I no longer have any supporting files left over here. So we can come in and it's added all of these files that go with each part number. It's always, I like to go ahead and double check, but I haven't had any problems with it getting it wrong or putting the wrong files with the wrong part. And this is also a good way to recognize if maybe a customer left a file out of the packet, or you're missing something, because if you don't have a file that is filled in and you're out of files, then you know, well, there's something going on here. Now, these are also purchase components, but since those files had already been used, it didn't automatically fill those in. But all you have to do is come over here and copy them, and you can paste those primary files in here for each of those items.
Sure.
And again, this one occurs quite often. And I'll go ahead and change these to here. Change these to purchase components as well.
Okay.
And in doing so, it will recognize the item as a purchase component from my catalog, and I can just select it. Now, since this didn't have a file to reference when it was created, it didn't pull the separate the part number and the revision. So I have to just go in really fast and remove those extra zeros so that it will recognize these as the purchase component from catalog. But it only takes a second.
Oh,
Nope, I missed that one. And if you make a mistake or get a little click happy, all you have to do is click undo and it'll undo the last thing you did. So you don't have to go in and manually type in all of those numbers again and risk another error or mistake. And then this item also shows up down here, and it looks like it copied that file for me. So I'm able to do that and can assign those two purchase components that I missed. And go back to building the BOM, check the BOM, and it'll let you know if there are any errors, if there's anything that's conflicting, like if an item is reoccurring, like this press fit nut, if you have it with the same part number and the same revision, if it has a different primary file or a different description, or there's just something off, or if I forgot to mark one as purchased and left it as manufactured, it would error out and it would show you like this line and this line have conflicting information, and it wouldn't let you create the BOM. And then all you have to do after that is check it and publish, and it's built everything for you. And it only took a couple of seconds. I think it's like a 32 part assembly, and it took all of maybe 5 minutes to create the whole BOM and add all of the files and information in. It removes all of that tedious data entry nonsense that isn't add any value to the quote, and saves so much time, and it's just a seamless process. And if you decide you want to go in and edit something, all you have to do is click edit BOM and it'll come right in. Like I forgot to put the revision here for this item, and I think everything else looks good. So then I'm able to check it again, and then I'm able to reach out to the customer and request the missing file for that part too, knowing that it is nowhere to be found. And then you're able to go in and add in all of your operations and all of those different details as well. Another thing too is if you use the PDF to build the BOM so that it's able to pull all of this information off of the print for you, and you decided you wanted to make the model file the primary file later, you can swap the primary file and publish it. And now it will show the primary file as a model file too, if that's your preferred method there. And if, say, this item ended up being a sub-assembly, you could always change that, and then it would recognize, once I have that file, it would recognize the BOM and do work its magic and put all of that part information listed out in there as well with the little purple stars, and it would just take a second to get that all squared away. I would say, I mean, at least probably a couple of hours to get everything built manually and added in, and if not longer. This is a pretty good size assembly, and I would say, especially with the like the duplicate parts and things like that, having to go in and create them multiple times, it takes forever. And this is cut probably 80%, 90% of the time off of building a BOM. Everything's all in one place. You can manipulate the parts to make them work for how like your company would actually make them, and get all of the information put in there really quickly. I love that you can change the type, you can add all the files in there, and it's all very straightforward and like easy to see. Like I said, with the item that didn't have a print, there are times that I have customers that forget to give me half the prints to an assembly or part, and I have to go back and be like, hey, can you give me this one and this one and this one? And that way, using the BOM Builder, I'm able to like look through and be like, okay, I don't have to sit there and flip through pages and pages and try to figure out what's missing and highlight things and spend 20 minutes digging around to figure out what's off. And then, I mean, yeah, it's been a game changer. I know it was like a year ago, and when I first found out about this, and it was right after I did this ridiculous quote that was like 1,000-piece assembly, and it took me like 2 or 3 weeks to get that built in the system, and that's just building it, like not putting all of the information and times and outside processes and all that in there. That was just like actually building it, and I think I could do it in less than a day now with the BOM Builder easily.